Hi everybody, Matt here from Matt Likes Comics. Today I wanted to show the books that I got on Free Comic Book Day. Obviously, I got a bunch of the free comic books, which I will show first, but I also picked up a few other books to have some fun with, because face it, if you're going to be into comics like me, you got to keep getting new ones, because as much as I love rereading some of the old stuff, my curiosity is I want them all. I need to read them all. So I picked up more books, took advantage of some dollar book sales and things like that. So I had a blast on Free Comic Book Day. I took my kids. I went to two stores. I went to my local comic shop, Myths, Legends, and Heroes, and I went to Ryan's store, Nefarious Comics, as well. I mean, they're 4 blocks from each other, so it's not like this is this huge, oh, gotta get a drive across town sort of thing. So um, I I had a good time. Ryan in particular, he had some artists there. Our old friend Ron Sutton was there. Janet Hetherington was there, and Jeff Isherwood was there. They're locals who are at a lot of the shows, and I'm able to see them quite often. And glad to you know be at these kinds of events. Free Comic Book Day is a beautiful thing, and when you get these, you're happy. So I'll stop babbling now like a crazed person, and we'll get into what I got. This is Alien One for with Predator and Planet of the Apes. So obvious, there's an obvious reason I got this one. Isn't she great? She's my favorite Disney princess now. Alien Queen. You can't not like that. Next up, speaking of queens, this one is The Amazing Spider-Man. This is Queen in Black. And here it is in the back. Pretty cool looking character. I think she got her fashion, her fashion sense from Hella, considering it is Hella, of course. I'll never understand why Hella always has that sort of look, but it's a cool look. Next up was the DC one. This is Next Level 1, which is the preview of what's coming up. Batwoman on the cover, Lobo, Deathstroke, all series that started recently that I've been buying. Got this. Something is Killing the Children. Road to Slaughter. Now, I've read something is Killing the Children, and I liked it. I've liked it. It's not my favorite thing, but it's not bad either. But it's not my priority. I have a few issues. I pick up the odd one when I like the cover, that kind of thing. But I don't have the full series. Next up, Gun Honey doubles down. I wonder what she's doubling down about. Because there's there's 2 guns there, so maybe she's doubling down on the guns. She is Gun Honey after all. Next up, I grabbed the Mark Spears Monsters freebie because I do collect this book. This series, basically everything Mark Spears is putting out right now, I'm buying, and I blame Chonko for that. He's the one who introduced me to Mark Spears, so gotten into that. Got this one called Lock and Key, because I'm curious to what it is. I don't know anything about this. I use Free Comic Book Day as a way to try and expand upon my. So I'm not just reading superhero all the time, and this is an example of that. But to be honest, I picked this up literally because of the name on the cover, Rick Atkinson, the British are coming. I don't know if we're related or not, but Atkinson is such an uncommon name in a lot of that it's cool to grab something when it's there. That, of course, being my last name. And there was no way that I was not getting this on Free Comic Book Day. Supergirl's Superheroes with her and Crypto on the cover. I like it. It's Supergirl. Another one I got is this Minotaur the Cold Open. And the next one always makes me think of George Costanza's answering machine message. Believe it or not, well, George is not home. Just leave a message right here at the beep. And it's the greatest American hero. This was a fun show from the early 80s. The premise being that, an alien culture leaves this super suit that gives Ralph, the main character here, superpowers, but he lost the instruction manual, so he has to do by trial and error learn how to use the suit. And I've got this Avengers Armageddon. And of course, Masters of the Universe. Until next time. I love Masters of the Universe. And I got this one called Fort Psycho. Looks pretty cool. And the last free comic book day I got is because I got this because I'm beginning to like Jeff the Shark. He's grown on me. This is Spidey and His Amazing Friends. Although it's not the ones I'm used to. It's not Iceman and Firestar. So those were my free books. Now to the ones that I bought. This is Laugh Volume 2, number 25. What I like is when you have things like this, you can get like books from Archie and stuff for reasonably cheap. And I'm beginning to like Archie. And again, I blame Mark's issues with Archie Comics for that. This one is a pure, I like the joke on it. This is Pep 354, where Mr. Weatherby tells all the boys that he's going to do some serious thought into who will be head counselor. And it turns out it's a dartboard. That is hilarious. Here is a beautiful cover. And this is Life with Archie 140. Now, this one's actually not a happy-go-lucky Archie cover as most of them are. Betty and Veronica are going to the top of a place where Archie they're going to blow it up, and Archie has to stop them from blowing it up in the corner little panel. So it's not your usual one. The next two books I bought because of because of May the 4th, and these were $1 a piece, and I needed them. Star Wars 31, and more importantly, Star Wars 38. And it's important because Luke Skywalker looks cool with his lightsaber, but it finishes it's the last issue of a storyline, a story arc that I didn't have, and it was bugging me that I didn't finish. So, as always, that's what I did. The next 4 books are so cool, okay? These, I cannot believe this was there. The second I saw them, I had to grab them. This is a combination from DC and Dynamite Comics. It is Wonder Woman 77 with the Bionic Woman. This is literally like a kid's dream come true in comic book form. Wonder Woman, the Bionic Woman 1, 2, issue 3, and issue 4. All beautiful covers. I particularly like the cover for this one and number 1. I got excited like the kid in the candy store. My daughter was like, seriously, calm down, Papa. When I saw this, I was like, yeah. And the last one I got, all these books I've shown so far, I got at Myths and Legends. This is Catwoman 15. I've decided that I'm going to get all the Year of the Villain books that I don't have. I only need like 8 now, so I got this one. Since I did the video about the Year of the Villain, it sort of piqued my interest again, and I was very happy to try and do all that sort of stuff. So this is Catwoman 15. Oh, no, that's not true. I also got this one at Miss Legends. This is a variant cover of Conan 8 of the Marvel reboot from 2010-ish. It's a variant that I don't have, and it's freaking amazing. Pretty good for $1. Now, the last 2 books I did buy over at sorry, Nefarious Comics. I lost my train of thought for a second there. This is Conan 184. I'm trying to pick the earliest one first. And Conan 191. That's 2 more. I'm down to about 80 issues of Conan left that I need. I've got about 2/3 of the series, maybe closer to 70% if I was to do the math, but I'm getting there. It's at the point now where I have almost all the middle parts. Is I got to get the early ones and I got to get the late ones, which are, not as the late ones are harder to find because they're short printed, because the title was dying. If you liked this video, if you liked anything you did, if you went out to Free Comic Book Day, I want to hear from you. I particularly would like to hear which ones you liked, which ones you didn't. Did you have you had a chance to read your free comic books? I'd like to know. I haven't had a chance to read them yet. It's been I've got a pile this big to begin with, before I bought these books, so it's going to be a while before I get into everything. Please like, comment, subscribe below. I really appreciate it when you do those things. It just helps keep the channel going, and then more people can see some of this stuff. Although I'd do this if it was just me, really. So, thank you all very much for joining me today. My name is Matt. I like comics. I hope you had a great Free Comic Book Day. I hope you had a wonderful May the 4th. And I hope you did. And I hope you like comics too. Bye, everybody.